I'm seemingly beset by problems of the outside world while dealing with our own problems within our group. Not to mention that each of us fears turning into a mind flayer at any moment. Ceramorphosis, Lae'Zel explained it in some detail, and it was the details that have stuck in my mind ever since. But I have noticed one thing, and it is strange. Those others aboard the Nautiloid, the ones that I tried to free and either turned on us or one of them spontaneously turned into a mind flayer, well, from what I can determine, those were the normal run-of-the-mill commoners, and us more heroic types were the ones chosen for a special type of tadpole. We have a paladin, a Githyanki warrior, a cleric, a vampire thief, a mage, and a locally renowned warlock. Where is the farmer, the fisher, the scribe, or the merchant? We adventurer types are a tiny minority within Faerun, yet we have all found each other and each of us is infected with a tadpole. As Lae'Zel said, something is wrong. We should have noticed the signs of ceramorphosis by now, yet we haven't. So that begs the question, did we receive a special type of tadpole, or are we just more resistant to them because we are built of sturdier stuff? Either is better than just helplessly turning into a mind flayer, I suppose. But what if we have a special type within our brains? One that is tied to this new god or movement, since this absolute sounds like a cult rather than a god. I believe, after speaking to that small group just down the road from the Druid Grove before the river, that we who have a tadpole in our brains are called a true soul. One of them died right in front of us, and then its tadpole came right out. They are also followers of this absolute, so apparently is the nest of goblins nearby, because their captured one in the Druid Grove told me all about the absolute. So then, putting it all together tells me that this absolute has something to do with the mind flayers and the tadpoles in our brains. To them, we are called true souls. So does that mean we are already elevated in their opinion? Is the absolute run by mind flayers? That's a disturbing prospect. That they would be pushing some new god in Faerun, or perhaps some god allied with the mind flayers? I hope to find out when we meet this priestess that is in the goblin nest. As to my companions, yes, Asterion is indeed a vampire, as I thought. He did sort of seem embarrassed by my catching him when he attempted to feast on my blood in the night. At first, I was about to exile or even attack him. But then I thought of our situation. We are all in this together. Vampire, Paladin, Githyanki, and everyone else. If we can refrain from attacking each other and work together, then we might just find the cure we're looking for. Besides, after reading his mind and seeing the life he's been subjected to, I felt sorry for him. A bit of compassion, I suppose. I couldn't bring myself to harm this vampire. He apologized, promised not to do it again, and as long as he holds true to that, I will trust him. Besides, despite his odd mannerisms and his vampirism, Asterion is starting to grow on me. The other person of issue is my favorite of the group, Shadowheart. I say favorite because I thought we were the most closely aligned. I never thought to question what god she worships, but now I know. With her behavior, I would have thought it a good one, such as Selûne. Turns out it's Selûne's sister, Shar, deceit, secrets, the night, and all that. I don't know the fine details of her deity, and it doesn't really explain her proclivity to be good, though, but... She has lost memory, she said, and she is in pain. She doesn't know the reasons for any of it, but still seems to trust her goddess. Again, I felt compassion for her, but I suppose without it I wouldn't be a worthy paladin if I didn't. I am hoping that we could be friends, and she'll reveal what she knows about her situation, if she knows much at all. That, and I will help her if she needs it. In the meantime, we have a devil to track down for Wyll, and a goblin nest to find for our cure. Okay.
Drop the act.
What's going on?
Going.
Just what is happening here? Are you accosting this old woman?
Lads, for the love of all that is holy, I've
Meat
never
cleaver?
clapped eyes on your poor sister.
Drop the act, hag. You was the last to see Mayrina.
Just let her go. Please.
Thank goodness you're here, sweetie. I don't know what's come over these boys.
Stop this. We won't ask again.
I don't know what's going on. How about you all just calm down? What's going on here?
Careful. Don't trust a word out of her mouth.
Really?
Our sister went to the hag, and we ain't
The
seen
hag?
her since.
Is she a witch?
Hand over heart, I don't know their sister. I will gladly help you all look for her, though.
Enough. Where is she?
Well, they won't tell me. Alright, well, Ethel, what did you do to their sister?
Bollocks! You were supposed to rush to my defense, love. Fat lot of good you are.
What's going on?
Advice? You ever darken my door, you'd best have that head bowed and an apology at the ready. Bye-bye now.
Something is
Bloody hell.
wrong with her.
She just disappeared.
Mage?
Ain't seen nothing like that before.
She could
Witch?
shoot fireworks out of her backside for all I care. The hag has Rena.
Okay, will someone please tell me what's going on?
It's our sister, Mayrina. She's... well,
Taken?
she was in a bad way after her husband died.
Started saying weird things, like how she was gonna bring him back.
Next thing, she's gone looking for the hag. Of all the stupid things to do. And we haven't seen her since. And no good ever came from dealing with a hag.
None of this matters, all right? We need to get her back, and fast.
I suppose so. I mean, I'm not from around here. I don't know the local hag. But typically they're somehow linked to evil, from my experience. At least from the stories I've heard. Not that I'm an experienced adventurer in these things, but, you know, everybody tells stories about hags and witches. We have the Witch of Umar Hills, which, my grandmother says isn't real, but... Anyways, the stories are scary enough. So, You know what, even if I wasn't a paladin, I'd still offer to help. So I'll bring Mayrina home.
Are you joking? I ain't got a clue who you are. No way I'm leaving Rena to you.
Why is that?
Joel,
Not a chance. We're getting her back on our own. Now, come on.
Well, isn't that interesting? Doesn't want help. I don't even know what to say. Maybe I'll find where this hag is on my own. Okay, so we passed by... Where was it? We were here, wasn't it? We said... I felt danger inside, like we were being watched. There could be an ambush. Let's just try to go along the river as much as we can. We'll come back and search the western half. There's a basket down there. Mugwort. 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 Wicker basket.
A chill runs up your spine. You feel like you're being watched.
It's not the hag, is it? Alright, let's try this. Oath of the Ancients. I tap into the preternatural awareness granted by my oath and seek the truth. An illusion.
You blink and the wilderness changes. A swamp, stinking and insidious, assaults your senses.
Ugh. Okay, so it wasn't a nice place. Really wasn't a nice place. What's inside the basket? I was going to say, ooh. I don't think this is something that we should eat. I wonder if we still couldn't take it and use it somehow. Alright, I was looking at what I thought was a nice place, and now it's all gone. There's a note. What? Telling you to eat the apples? Oh, what kind of place have I entered? Loving note. Take a breather, lovelies, and have a bite to eat on me. Auntie E. She wants me to bow down in supplication next time I meet her. That's not going to happen. I'm a little, perturbed by this woman now. There's an animal carcass there. There's nothing on it.
A trap.
Oh, really?
Somebody doesn't like visitors.
You want to, disarm that, just in case?
Hello.
Disarm it. I guess you got it. Maybe you should go first.
Subtle steps.
What's that? Isn't that a gnome?
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Maybe I could
With
try
haste.
speaking to it. There's another one over there. Like a wild gnome.
I should speak up.
A diminutive creature sporting a red hat glares at you.
Does not give me
You
a...
recognize the red cap, a fey creature known for its bloodlust. That noise. Is the creature pretending to be a sheep?
Well, let's respond back with ba myself. Take a deep breath and say ba. Maybe I gave him the right password? Well, he's not attacking, but that doesn't mean they won't if we keep going the way we're going. So they're not from this world. These things come over. Another basket.
No traps, please.
Is this the one full of human heads? Nope. More apples. I don't see any note there. Oop, oop. There's a herb. Barb bulrush.
Ah, my finger.
Ow. That hurts. I don't think we need a lot of apples like this. Okay, then. Oh, wait, you should go first, Asterion.
Over here.
There's a campfire. This is not the way we came. Not sure where this even goes. There's a boat here. Flooded. Useless to us. See anything? No? Okay, let's go to the campfire then. Check for traps along the way.
Blood everywhere. This camp was ambushed.
Maybe by those red caps?
Whatever attacked them, you have to admire its gusto.
Oh. Right. What's in this backpack? And food. The approachable east. More rope. More food. Another backpack. Maybe I should send these back to the camp.
That's curious.
Oh, something is buried there. Onyx. Send to Gale. There's a loot, though. If we could take that. Half-eaten apple. Maybe it killed one of them. It's in this dirt mound. And the others were attacked. And eaten, possibly. Arrow of acid. Right, this is quite a lot. Does somebody want to come in here?
Comes, I'm ready.
Still alive. So that's progress. On my
Yes, it's
way.
always progress when you're still alive. Okay, that's it for this area. And the smell is atrocious over here. Stinks. Really bad. That's a barrel. What's in this barrel? Ah, some sherry. Could sell it. Could use it for camp supplies. Not sure if a paladin should be consuming that much alcohol. Maybe a little bit here and there.
Traps.
Oh,
How considerate.
we see another one.
Yes.
Oh. How does one become a vampire exactly?
It's simple. Just find a vampire that will drink your blood and turn you into a vampire spawn.
Spawn.
Their obedient puppet. In theory, the next step is to drink their blood. Once you've done that, you're free. And a true vampire.
So they bite you, you bite them.
Yes and no. The problem is, once you're a vampire spawn, they completely control you.
Ah.
They have to allow you to bite them.
Not a full
And why
vampire
would
then.
they do that? Vampires are power-hungry creatures. They won't lose a servant to create a competitor.
Oh, I see.
Trust me, it doesn't happen.
So you're going to be a vampire spawn forever then? Tell me about your history.
Why do you insist on exhuming the past? I was a slave. A vampire spawn. Kept by the Tsar family.
Azar.
Perhaps I still am. I was never able to resist their commands. But now, I've been conveniently lost. They won't ever control me again.
Okay then.
Keep a blade close.
More camp supplies. Tongs, a hammer. Not really helpful.
Let's move.
Is that a person over there? Looks dead. Oh, okay. Since there's various pathways around this fetid bog, we will try to navigate around it. Look for other things.
Dead? I thought they had a sister to find. That's just lazy boys.
Be ready. Whoever or whatever did this could be close.
I think I'm looking at them. I'm not sure if we shouldn't attack them either. Maybe I should go
No one
first.
stopped me yet.
Let's go over to that body, just to look.
Wonder if the gods are watching me.
The cleaver. So, this is the one that refused my help. He did die. Looks like it's up to us then to... Well... I'm not sure how the other brother is faring, but I don't suppose he's doing okay. There's a sigil on the wall there. I think we're getting close to the witch. Well, they're not attacking me. Us. I do feel inclined to get rid of them, though. But it's not the paladin way, so... Greater good and all. Good versus evil. Oh, this is where they brought their sister, and they never saw her again. They could have at least pointed the way. Is that the brother? Wonder if he's himself. You okay?
Seems like a good moment to talk.
Ah, stranger. Forgive the aroma.
It's not the brother.
You catch a waft of something foul, metallic, and sickly sweet.
Who are you?
Powdered iron vine. An old hunter's trick. Most monsters will think twice before making a meal of me.
You're a monster hunter. I'm surprised. I thought all Ger were vagrant cutthroats.
Pardon, but who or what is a girl?
A mystical and dangerous people. We travel the land, never settling in one place. We steal your chickens, curse your crops, seduce your daughters. Your friend here has heard it all, I'm sure.
Oh.
I wish I had half the power settled folk think my people possess. Alas, I am a simple wanderer. A simple wanderer and monster hunter. But I'm no witch doctor or cutthroat.
Okay. So what monster are you hunting?
Something terrifying, no doubt. Dragon? Cyclops? Kobold?
Nothing so dramatic. I'm hunting for a vampire spawn. His name is Astarion, but I fear he's gone to ground. I hope the hag of these lands can help me flush him out, if I can afford her blood price.
I suggest covering your neck and not opening your mouth, Astarion. Maybe you should move to the back of the group. And when you find this Astarion, you'll kill him?
Not this time. My orders are to capture him.
Oh. And bring him where exactly?
Baldur's Gate. My people wait for me there.
Only a spawn? Pity. Not like it's a real vampire.
I don't know. I'm sure a vampire spawn could still rip out your throat if he felt like it.
He is right, unfortunately. They are only weak when compared to their masters. During the day, we have the advantage, but at night, when they hunt, you'll not find a more deadly quarry.
Ah. Yes, I'm sure they can creep right up on you.
We've all survived so far. Let's focus on that.
It would still be wise to post guards at night. The threat is real.
Indeed it is. We should do something about this threat.
How could it possibly know? He possibly know you're here. You were taken by the Nautiloid. We're 200 miles from Baldur's Gate. That's odd. We'll be careful, but we should get going.
Wait, that's it. We're just walking away.
Fine. This is Astarion. No, I'm not going to do that. I said we'll be careful. Now let's go.
Fine. But if this comes back to bite us, it's on your head.
Go in peace, my friends. I pray our paths cross again.
They better bloody not.
I was about to let you go at him, but then it occurred to me that I would be dragged into it, so... Get all the herbs around here. Some kind of disgusting shrine. Dagger root. Oh, I wonder why he wants to bring you back.
What's in here?
Oh.
Tempers are rising. It's clear not everything you find is at your disposal.
Sorry, is this yours? My apologies. Alright then. I do need to be more careful. Right, so... We didn't come this way. We did. Came that way, down here. Or came... No, we didn't. We came from down there. Then what is over this way? Something in the water here. Helmet.
Rather fine blade and hat. Left behind by some unfortunate adventure seeker, perhaps.
It's a great sword. Okay, my pack is getting really full. A reinforced greatsword. Not something that I would want to wear. But the helmet... Well, one of us could wear it. How about you, Shadowheart? Going to arrange my pack better than this. Getting overburdened. There, looks a little better.
Moving ahead.
I'm actually kind of keep my eyes peeled for the other brother. This is where we first met that creature over there. Okay, let's go back in. Funny how this is taking over everything that we're doing.
What's hiding here?
Wooden crate. Traveler's chest. Astarion. Please look for traps.
Yes, let's.
A loud frog over there. I can speak to animals, can I not? Or at least read their thoughts. Let me try doing that. It is a rather loud frog. Maybe the witch turned a person into a frog.
What's up for
Maybe this is the girl we're looking for.
Leaves! Shallow water! Green leaves! Shallow water!
What are you croaking on about?
Green leaves!
Green leaves?
Shallow water!
Shallow water?
A chill runs up your spine. There is something wrong with this creature. Very wrong.
Yes.
Bleed! Kill!
Huh? What's wrong? What is it? Did you just say kill me? You're the size of my boot sole.
Kill!
What? Ah! I didn't expect this frog to attack. But okay.
Just like old times.
Alright then.
Need to stay focused. Onward.
Missed. Does it have a mirror image around it?
Blood comes easy these days. One day I'll catch a break.
Huh. Not easy thing to hit, now is it? Not within range of me hitting it. What was throwing one of my javelins? That's not... No better chance. This is a difficult thing to hit, so... I think it's like a mage? No. Don't move, frog. Got you.
Battle favors the fearless.
Let's finish this.
Really difficult to hit this one. Inflict wounds. Did we get it? We got it. Nice strike, Shadowheart. A lot of us are hurt, though.
Survival is
Well, I
what
wasn't
matters.
touched, but everybody else was.
There's blood in the air. On the victor's path.
Out of the poison? What's wrong with you, Shadowheart? What happened to you? Did she charm you? Or the frog? It sounded like a female voice. I don't want to hurt you. Something is wrong with her. Maybe I'll try lay on hands. She still looks afflicted, though. Not sure what to do. I know that she can be very powerful. I definitely don't want to hurt her. Come on, snap out of it. Mysterion, don't do anything to her, please. Don't you have a healing potion that I gave you? Actually, you know what? This might be a good thing to use on her. Hopefully whatever's affecting her will be gone soon.
Forever dauntless.
I don't think I've ever seen her laugh. Now she can't stop. It's funny to listen to her. Are you okay now, Shadowheart? Sorry, but that was really funny. Well, you're all better now, I take it. Some of us have quite wounded from that. Let's see. Oop. Wyll? Oh, it's a lot better, but not sure how many more heals I can. One more. To you, Astarion. I assume it works on the undead. It does. Are you really undead, though? You seem sort of alive to me.
No
Shadowheart?
time to dally. Take you.
I think that's good for now. Yeah, the poison seems to have gone away.
At least things have stayed interesting.
That was a funny battle. She must have... whatever it was, the frog must have thrown some kind of enchantment upon Shadowheart. Where it affected her and not the rest of us. Well, that's what it's going to be like to go up against this witch, and this is just a little frog. I don't know if we're going to stand a chance against her. I don't think I'll ever forget Shadowheart laughing like that. Pile of bones. Ah, 4 gold amongst it. Alright, so we're looking for the second brother. This looks like maybe her hut. She said I need to be bowed and in supplication. There's a well right here.
Fetid smell assaults your nostrils. Dead flesh lies below.
Oh.
A great deal of it.
Ugh. I'm not drinking from that. I'd be out of my mind to do that. Looks like she has a porch. Well, let's go through the door. We may be a little inexperienced to deal, or at least I am, to deal with someone as like this, but I'm going to be diplomatic as much as I can. And if that fails, well, I guess we always have our weapons. At least we'll try. Is that
don't want
her?
a crumb left on that plate, Gale.
Auntie Ethel, please. One more bite and this pie is gonna come back up to say hello.
Don't make me get the wooden spoon. You're eating for 2, so get to it. If it isn't the cheekiest pup of them all. You best have one hells of an apology for me, young man.
I really don't like this woman. You get no apology from me, hag.
Ah, I do like the mouthy ones. You know, I was gonna give you a swift kick up the arse and show you the door. But
No,
I
I'm
think
going to die,
you and
right?
I could have a bit of fun together. Gods grant me patience. Eat up, Mayrina. I won't say it.
You trying to fatten her up? That's Mayrina. I have some bad news for her.
Keep that hole under your nose shut, or things will get messy.
You know what that sounds like to me? Leverage.
What is it? What's going on?
Shadowheart, you're brilliant. She really seems to care what this woman's doing and thinking. Nothing. I mistook you for someone else.
You just have one of those faces, Mayrina. So bland and forgettable. Smart move, sweetness. Now, I can tell you're in dire need of help, Petal. That wriggler swimming in your brain juice is a bit of an inconvenience, isn't it?
How do you know that?
Because you stink. And I know the stench of mind flayer anywhere. I can tell you're almost done cooking. You know, you could turn just like that. What do you say? Want me to take care of the little bugger?
It's like probably bargaining with a demon. The stupidest thing one could possibly do. In fact, for all I know, she is a demon. She does have powerful illusion magic. She may not look like this at all. Though I don't know what to make of her. I was going to be all polite, but seeing that girl, how she's treating her and acting towards me makes it very difficult to be friendly. Depends on the price.
Well, that depends on the job. Removing a parasite is no small feat. But I like you, Petal. So I'll only ask for something small.
What, my soul?
One of your pretty little peepers.
My eyes, right.
Pluck it from your head. Kiss it for luck. Then back in it goes. Won't take but a moment. That is my price. Nothing more, nothing less.
Why would she want to see... Obviously she's going to get something out of it. And she may even be lying about removing it from me. I was hoping Halston would do that. You want one of my eyes. Why?
I'm afraid that's my business.
Yes,
Petal.
so you can curse
It's
me?
Nothing nefarious, though.
See
I
through
promise.
my eyes? Control me? Take control of the tadpole and leave it inside and tell me it's been removed? Will my sight be damaged?
A touch, but sure you've two eyes in your skull, don't you? No need to be precious.
Listen, I've grown up to listen to stories about people like you all my life. But the girl. What about the girl? I'm kind of stuck in a really bad situation, aren't I? If I go against her, if I try to free the girl, I'm sure she'll attack, and I'll be fighting someone that could be very powerful, and we may all die. But she could remove the tadpole, even though I'll be cursed in some other way. Could it be worse than turning into an illithid? This leaves me in quite the situation. But you know what? I just can't do it. I can't make a bargain with a demon. Or whatever you are. Witch. That's a poor bargain. I'll try my luck elsewhere.
Ethel, can I please?
Quiet, you've had enough pampering.
Pampering? Where'd she go?
My door is always open, Petal. Auntie Ethel is here for you.
Could have gone worse, I suppose. Auntie Ethel waved her hand and Mayrina vanished. What happened to her? Auntie Ethel will not tell us because she wants something from everyone. She said her door is always open. Maybe we should return once we're rested. If we hadn't turned into a mind flayer by then. I don't feel comfortable leaving all this situation as it is. Killing the brothers, taking the sister, trying to fatten her up for some reason. I assume because she wants to eat her. Well, there's some herbs that are laying around. I don't think she'll miss them. I'll try one more time and be polite. If nothing comes of it, then we'll move on and maybe return once we're rested and maybe a little bit more experienced.
Hello, sweetness.
Hello.
You going to give me one of those precious peepers?
Oh, great. Well, come back another time.
Ta-ta, Petal. Come see Auntie soon.
We could possibly defeat her right now. We'll go and we'll return another time. There's a lot of other places to search along the river. Not that I'm comfortable leaving it as it is. We will need to rest at some point. Okay, so how do I get back? Is this her hut? Alright, this goes... I don't... Did we come from over here? I think we did. We've already searched over here, so we need to go along back here. Maybe we're going in the wrong direction. Over here is where it should be. Up this way. Through the bog. Okay.
Carefully. There's a trap.
Yeah. Now I see why there's traps in the water. Ow. Bleeding. Are you quite done yet? I can now cast the spell Speak with Animals, so... Yes, I don't have to, just use potions or whatever, or scrolls that we come across. Ah, alright, the wound is closed. Much better. Let's go.
Might be useful.
What? Bunch of food here. Chevron. Okay. So much for helping a woman, an old woman, that's in distress and being bothered by two men. Things are never what they appear in this world. Right, so we don't know what's over here. Forest. More mugwort. Berry bush. Ooh, dirt mound. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Ah. Well, camp supplies. Why would somebody bury pig's head and pork? Weird. Berry bush. More camp supplies. Oh. We need answers. I know. This just keeps winding around, does it? There was a town just up here, or a village or something right here. Oh. I'm fine with just exploring. Rickety old bridge. Be careful. Doesn't seem stable. Very stable. Another bridge over there. Looks a little bit like a better bridge over that chasm. Is that fire? Huh. Smell the smoke. Let's go back. We'll explore that way afterwards. So I'm wearing the medium helmet we just picked up. Are these goblins? This is that town. Alright. Well, they're not attacking us, so maybe we can speak to them. Don't know how well this will go.
Welcome to Bogrot. Now, kindly, giz all your stuff.
As the symbol glows, power courses through you. Authority.
Bogrot.
Local sword scratchers probably called it something else, but they's dead 100 years. So now it's Bogrot.
I see.
And you got to give over your goods.
You do not give orders to me. I'm going to try using that tadpole in my brain.
A true soul. Right. Welcome to Bogrot.
Your mind lurches, reeling suddenly as if bitten.
Ow.
Or whatever you want to call it. It's your town now.
Perhaps we should have killed them.
Don't talk.
Full of goblins, is it?
Moonhaven.
Oh. I refuse to call it Bogrot. You guys want to say something to me? Shut out.
So the tadpole allows us to influence others. How very interesting.
Don't get too excited. Influence comes at a cost.
Does it?
And until we know what that cost is, the only reasonable approach is a cautious one.
I suspected so, but...
You have the ability to manipulate people, make them bend to your every whim, and you'd be cautious about it. That's no fun.
Perhaps I shouldn't use it anymore. You know what I thought? It's because... they believe us so-called true souls are someone to worship, something that's part of their religion, their god. I didn't think that it would come at a cost to me, but I was concerned about it. I was doing it only because I knew that they would follow me. These are strange times and even stranger powers. We should seek to understand them before we make any rash decisions.
Sensible.
Nobody's going to disagree with me. Good. It is the prudent, rational course. Beehive? Place full of goblins, is it? Yeah, I refuse to call it bug rot.
Open up.
Can we make it up here? Bit of a climb. I think we've done this before, haven't we? Yes, we were here. Alright, well, we've explored along the river to the south, and now we have this Moonhaven to go into. But before we do that, let's explore the area to the north. Ah, didn't we already encounter this exsanguinated boar? Drained of its fluids? Sounds like something a vampire would do. Is that your victim, Mysteria? Oh, that's that dog, too. I've already searched this bush. Been over there. We just didn't go this way. Or up there. Can we make it across here? Doesn't seem that we can. Well, if I had flying potions for all of us, we could do it. Oh. Well, that can work too. Just have to be a good jumper. There's an upturned cart down that way. There's some kind of... I can see what's something over there. I don't have no idea what it is. Odd looking thing. Is this blood? You were chasing a demon around here, Wyll. That's what... half the... pile of bones. Or a devil. Sorry. Devil's advocate. That's right. You know what? If there is a devil nearby, where's everybody else? Shadowheart, just gotta jump over. I've seen you jump far before.
No one back home will ever
Hey,
believe this.
Astarion, why did you do that? Okay, nobody jump back, please.
No, never mind. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Stay together. Wyll? Is that your devil? Looks hurt.
I'll take that.
You want to go first, Wyll? Maybe I will.
One horn. The stink of Avernus. Advocatus Diaboli.
Well, I'll be God's damned. The Blade of Frontiers. Thought I'd shaken you for good. That'll teach me to underestimate you.
You're the devil we've been hunting. Karlach, right?
Bloody right. An honor to be chased by the Blade of Frontiers, but I...
A great heat roars through you. Her heat, fiery as the hells. Then you're lost in visions of demonic armies as you tear through a landscape of fire and blood. The blood
She
war.
has one
You
too.
saw it from above as the Nautiloid passed through Avernus. This woman was on the front line.
What was that?
Evidence. Proof that you're a devil. A gladiator in the archdevil Zariel's army.
I can explain, but it's a whole situation. If you just hear me out...
Another vision. Karlach's blade raised, slicing through devils, Zariel's servants, as her eyes dart around, seeking escape. Her rage and desperation seep into you.
She turned on her own.
She's a victim of the Blood War, not an agent of it.
She's trying to trick us. Don't believe her lies.
You saw the truth. I never wanted to serve Zariel. I was enlisted in her army against my will. Forced to fight, and fight I did. When I saw an opportunity to get away, I took it. Finally home. Or near it, anyway.
You served her. That's enough to damn you.
Stand in, Wyll. You saw what I saw.
Wyll catches his breath and his lips straighten. Sheer dread twists his face.
You don't know what you're saying. You're asking me to trust a devil.
You saw her thoughts. She poses no danger to the Sword Coast.
You know monsters, right? Better than anyone. Look into my eyes. Can't you see I'm not what you think?
Shit. You really are no devil, are you? I've been deceived.
Ah, thank the gods. Thought I was gonna have to take your head.
You would have died in the attempt. But there have been enough threats today.
Truce then, eh?
Aye. Truce.
I'm Karlach. but you already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
And you are...
I'm Siren Sahandran.
Well met, soldier. Nice to meet a friendly around here. It's been tough going so far. I may not be a devil, but I can put the Blade's reputation to work. How would you feel about helping me kill some evil bastards? Little background, if your moral compass needs something to point at. You already know I fought in the Blood War. I was good. Really good. It turns out I've got a knack for killing demons. That made me a valuable asset. Zariel, the archdevil herself, made me as her personal attack dog. I played along until I could get the fuck out of there. But devils don't like to lose their assets. Zariel liked it so little. She sent a bunch of goons, so-called paladins of Tyr, to take me back. Problem is, I'm not going.
Paladins of Tyr to bring you back? Alright. Well then... I don't think she's a bad sort. Well, I could be wrong, but she's certainly not here to do harm to people. Do you want me to kill the people hunting you?
Don't worry, I'll lead the charge. But I could use your help. There's a lot of them and only one of me. After that, we can team up. Take Faerun by the short hairs. Sound good?
Why should I do your dirty work?
Dirty work's the only kind I like. Gets even messier the more bodies you throw at it. Think of the potential.
I don't know. If Wyll stands down, and I saw what you're like, I suppose we could try to speak to them and turn them away somehow. Let's do it.
Fuck yes! They cornered me outside the toll house just up the hill. Doubt they've gone far after the scorching I gave them. Hang on though. Looks like you've got enough backup at your side. Not sure there's room for me. I'll catch up with you when it's time to camp for now. But don't get to any of the fun stuff without me. Got it?
Well, we found your devil. Arrow of ice. Drow poison. Should put them asleep. Send this to Asterion. Some belladonna over there. Is that a key just lying down there?
A key? Wonder what it opens.
Well, Wyll, what do you have to say?
You've been witness to a pantomime, I'm sorry to say. And I've played my part all too poorly.
So, you were tricked too? Someone set you on Karlach's trail. I'd like to know who this source of yours is.
I can say only this. Karlach's not the only one who's had a villain's knife held to their throats.
What's that supposed to mean?
The truth will out before you know it. One night soon when we make camp, the veil will be lifted, and I'll pay my penance.
One night soon when we make camp. Penance, should I be worried?
You're not in any danger, I promise. I can't say the same about me.
Who put you up to it, then? Did you do something wrong and sold your soul to some devil? I was afraid that's what would happen to me if I agreed with Auntie Ethel. Alright, so there's this fort up here. Karlach wants to take part in the fight. Well, maybe we should go rest. Maybe after I grab this. Autumn Crocus. Alright. Let's get out of here. least there's new people to speak to. This Karlach. Well, how are you?
Yeah?
Yeah? So, how did you end up fighting in the Blood War?
Trust me, I'll tell you all about it after we take care of the goons on my tail.
All about it, huh? In your expert opinion, what's the best way to kill a devil?
Depends on the type. Ice devils hate an inferno, but that's an easy one.
Ice
All
devils?
Thons love projectiles. What they don't love is getting their bombs lobbed right back in their faces. Demons, on the other hand, every demon is absolutely singular. You can't ever think you've got them typed out. Sharp instincts, sharp weapons, and a knack for improvisation. That's the only way to survive them. Anyway, what were we talking about?
So this isn't where I thought I'd end up. How about you?
Funny you should ask. I was just thinking about what would have become of us without that Nautiloid. I mean, I know where I'd be. Trapped in Avernus still, with the Blade of Frontiers on my tail. But what about you?
Is that where it grabbed you? I guess I'd be in the middle of another adventure, blessedly free of any tadpole.
I can picture you getting mixed up in some outrageous shit. Giants, beholders, Thayans, the works. Maybe once we've wrapped up the current shenanigans, we'll rest a bit and find some new heap of troubles to throw ourselves at.
New heap of troubles. Oh, Asterion.
I thought we were going to see some real sparks fly between Wyll and Karlach.
Disappointed.
It's almost a pity things ended so amicably. Seeing those two duke it out would be fun.
So, there's a monster hunter after you.
So it would seem. Hopefully he bumps into some gnolls while stumbling around at night, and that's the last we hear from him.
But why was he hunting you? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I was kidnapped, just like you. It seems Cazador wants me back.
That's your vampire master? And who is Cazador exactly?
Cazador Zar is a vampire lord in Baldur's Gate.
Lord.
The patriarch of his coven, and a monster obsessed with power. He turned me nearly 200 years ago.
You're that old.
I became his spawn. And he became my tormentor.
You're as old as my grandmother. Actually, you're older. When was she born? 1348, I think. And you being 200 years would place you at 1292, approximately. So you are older than her. So are you sure Cazador's behind this?
It was him, I'm sure. Only he would know to send the Gur after me. It was a group of Gur that attacked me that night in Baldur's Gate. I would have died had Cazador not appeared and saved me.
I see. Saved you by turning you into a vampire slave?
Well, he didn't mention the slave clause at the time. And now he sends a Gur monster hunter for me. It's a message. He's reminding me of his power. Even in the middle of nowhere, you can reach me. And he wants me back.
Seems awfully odd that he could... Somebody would know that you're here. We've been here for, what, a few days? But why capture you? Why not just kill you?
Maybe he wants to make an example of me, to show what happens to runaways. Or maybe he thinks death is too good for me.
Well, you're safe with me.
Safe? You think I'm safe? Do you know the power a vampire lord possesses? He can change shape, turn into mist, call walls to do his bidding, shrug off blows like they're nothing. He could walk into our camp tonight and kill you with his bare hands. And you'd be lucky if death was the worst thing that happened to you.
All right, what do you suggest?
First, we have to... I don't know. Well, if we kill his lackeys, he'll just send more. We just have to be vigilant, keep our wits about us, and kill any monster hunters on sight. We can probably make an exception for Wyll. Probably.
All right, then. No point in speaking to Lae'Zel, I don't think. Wyll?
Well met.
Maybe you should wait in the camp for now.
Are you sure? The blade stands at the ready.
Remain here. I'll come for you if I need to.
And just when things were warming up.
Gale?
A devil and devil hunter standing shoulder to shoulder against a common enemy. Rather poetic, I think.
What do you make of having a vampire in our camp?
We all have our burdens. One way or the other.
Why don't you join me? There's plenty of adventure to be had.
With pleasure. Lead on.
I think we'll have to, perhaps get rid of Shadowheart. For now. I can also heal. And we'll bring in Karlach for a while. Alright. He has gained in skill. Let's see what spells he can get. There are too many. He only gets to choose 2. Knock, if we're not going to have Asterion to help us open things. And, well, having a familiar could also help, but I think for now, Mel's Acid Arrow. Shadowheart.
Karlach and Wyll seem to have put their differences aside. I thought it was going to come to blows for a moment.
So, let's talk about the pain. Why were you in pain before?
The wound on my hand. It never quite heals. And sometimes it causes terrible pain to rip through me.
Sounds awful.
It's my burden, though, from Lady Shah.
Really?
I can feel her influence somehow.
Your god you worship is also hurting you. Why would Shah subject you to such a thing?
I cannot say. Not with what I can recall.
Oh, the
But even
memory
then,
thing. Ah,
it
I
would
see.
not be for me to question her will. Lady Shah has her reasons.
So you knew more than you were letting on before? I hope you'll be more honest in the future.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me.
I see.
Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor.
No, we don't have to tell the others. But if it's going to affect the group, I would like to know. So, what causes it to hurt you?
It's difficult to say. Sometimes I wonder if it's supposed to be guiding me, punishing me, testing me. But perhaps it's none of those. Perhaps it's completely random.
You don't know why
I'd
or
like to
how.
hope there's more to it than that. Some meaning that Lady Shah will reveal to me when the time is right. Until then, all I can do is endure.
Endure it. How can you manage living with such a thing?
It's less difficult than you might imagine when you can't remember life without it.
Ah.
Pain is sacred to followers of Lady Shah. Pain will give way to loss and then to the peace of her eternal darkness. You can tolerate a great deal of suffering so long as it has meaning.
Does it have that much meaning to you? It seems you can't remember anything. Turn to other matters. If your god is so important to you, I suppose I could try to see things your way. Let's talk about your Shar worship.
I'm sure you do. But please try to understand that it's not something I can just talk about freely.
Oh. I think you should trust me. We're in the same boat, after all.
Very well. Perhaps there's potential in you.
Potential me,
Let's
huh?
see how you handle this. I am indeed a disciple of Shar, Mistress of the Night and Lady of Loss. I assume you've heard of her?
Yes. Maybe you should remind me.
My Lady Shar is the Night Singer, the patron of darkness and loss.
This loss part. Does it always come with loss of memory, or is it something else? So, it's fascinating. Please continue. I mean, I'd heard of her. I knew she wasn't a very good goddess, but I guess the details kind of eluded me. Please continue.
Most fear the dark, like children, because in darkness they see their fears reflected. But Shar teaches us to step beyond fear, beyond loss. In darkness, we do not hide. We act. Pain, hope, the promise of better days. All of these are heavy cloaks that bend our backs and burden our hearts. We shed those cloaks. Before Shar, we stand gloriously naked, beyond the vanities of mortals.
I could see how it could be comforting for you when you put it like that. Strangely comforting.
There's comfort, yes. But often there has to be pain beforehand. We tear down the lies the world is drunk on. The institutions they trust, the so-called gods they worship, the lives they cling to. We destroy false idols, topple corrupt organizations, fight heretics wherever they're found. There's often suffering, death even. Many people break before they embrace Shar's truths.
You know what? I won't cast judgment on your beliefs.
Curious. Most are afraid of my lady. I think I did well by joining you. Most agreeable company.
Oh, excuse me. Long day. Talk again. Why is there a silver spoon there? Is that mugwort? It is. Alright, well, we have a lot of items on us. We'll need to sell at some point. Asterion.
I suppose you want to hear about Cazador.
No, actually. Not really, not at the moment, sorry.
Then what do you want?
I changed my mind. Yes. I was going to tell Shadowheart that...
Shar's blessings upon you.
Now you're open with that. We should journey separately for now. I'll look for you here if I need you again.
If you're sure.
I'm sure.
Fine. I'll be here whenever you rediscover your taste in company.
Many-sided artifact of blackened iron engraved with pulsating runes. Something stirs within. Why do I now have this? Interesting. Well, hold on to it for her. I don't know what it is.
Heya.
Heya. About those paladins you want us to confront.
Yeah, let's go straight there. Whatever those fucks are getting up to, it's nothing good. Just to say, by the way, they're not really paladins. Lackeys of the Archdevil playing dress-up as paladins of Tyr.
Okay.
No honor among devils.
Well, then I feel no worries in killing them then. Come on, we're going to head up, but we need to rest first.
Hell
But
yes.
you're in my group. But, Gale.
Go ahead. I'm listening.
Alright then. We need to rest. Been a long day. A lot of fighting and those traps that got us. I hope we don't turn into mind flayers before the morning. Really strange to see Karlach and Wyll together like this.
Hell's fire.
Is this what you were talking about?
She's coming.
Who's she? Is this a devil?
Wyll, you've been naughty.
Strange
and
company
you
you
know
keep.
What happens when you're naughty?
God damn it. Anyone but her.
Are you... Is this the one that is after you, Karlach? And she set Wyll after you. Just who in the nine hells are you?
Wyll, you absolute stinker. You kept me a secret? Time to let the Hellcat out of the bag. Call me Mizora. I'm Wyll's patron, the fount of his power. My pet's been unruly, and his leash needs a yank.
Oh. First a vampire, and now
We
this.
have a deal, Wyll. But Karlach's still breathing.
I've taken more pleasant shits than you, Mizora. And at least those can be buried after.
That's no kind of talk for a lady. By the way, Karlach, Zariel sends her regards.
You told me! Devils only! She's a tiefling, not a monster!
How precious. The little pupster's found his bark.
Clause G, Section 9. Target shall be limited to the
Definitely a
infernal,
devil.
the demonic, the heartless, and the soulless.
Karlach meets the criteria, pet. Trust me on this.
Get to the point, devil. What do you want?
The point? Oh, yes. Thanks for the reminder.
Wyll burns in the fires of Avernus. The lightning storms of Dis strike his flesh. His soul passes through each layer of the hells, gaining their essence and their torment.
I think I liked you the other way, Wyll. You're a tiefling now.
That's better.
What the hells have you done?
A promise broken, a price paid. You know the terms.
Get used to the new form, pet.
There's no going back. Some magic even I can't undo. Now, let's see how the frontiers fare without their precious blade. Karlach, keep an eye on him, would you? I'll be keeping mine on you.
By Lathander.
Oh, and Wyll, don't forget, our pact still stands. Ta-ta.
I'm almost inclined just to leave everyone behind and go my own way. This is getting a bit much. I know there's drama between people, but I've got an entire play going on around me. Hey, Wyll. Just what did you get yourself into?
God's damn her straight back to the hells. Just look at me. I did what was right, and Mazora made me pay for it.
You did what was right for it.
Devils and demons, she said. Traitors and hypocrites, heartless evils of all sorts, but not Zariel's victims. Not innocent tieflings.
Listen, you're doing the bidding of a devil, and you're saying you tried to do what's right? This is about the opposite of what a devil would want. What did you expect? She's a devil. Hardly the paragon of honesty.
All these years. You'd think it's a lesson I'd have well learned. It's Mazora who grants me the power to conjure armor and cast eldritch blasts.
I see.
Before I was infected, I could even call hell beasts and summon festering clouds. But I promise you, every thrust of my blade and every flame I sparked was for the good of the coast.
What is she going to turn you into next? What are the terms of your pact?
I can't utter the terms or circumstances of the pact. I can tell you most all else, but the pact, I'm forbidden.
I see.
Unless Mazora permits it. But I'll say this. The moment I pacted myself to Mazora, I have not regretted for a heartbeat. It was my proudest deed.
Really?
It was worth the sacrifice. All I can give you on that is my solemn word.
Is that what you said when you saved that girl? I thought we had another human with us. No. Turns out we have a... I don't know what he is. He's a devil of some type. Reddish skin with horns now. Gale?
Tiring business, isn't it? All this traveling and adventuring. Why don't we take a little break? Allow ourselves a few moments of rest? Gives me a chance to talk to you about something.
Oh?
Well, rather important.
Okay. What's going to happen to you? Do you also have a pact with the devil? Rather important, no less. All right, go ahead.
We've been on the road together for a while now, haven't we?
A few days.
Survived some perils, overcame some obstacles. Ever since you were kind enough to free me from that stone, I've seen you demonstrate remarkable guile and courage. The way you diffused the tension between Zevlor and Aradin. The way you stood in front of a crossbow to prevent a murder. The way you got Korga to release the girl. In short, I've grown to trust you.
It's very gratifying to hear.
The reason I make a point of saying this is that I've grown confident enough to tell you something I've yet to tell another living soul.
All right, what's your secret?
Except for my cat. You see, I have this condition. Very different from the parasite we share, but just as deadly.
Let's hear it. What kind of condition?
The specifics are rather personal, but suffice it to say that it is a malady I've learned to live with, though not without some effort. What it comes down to is this. Every so often, I need to get my hands on a powerful magical item and absorb the weave inside.
Your illness causes you to consume raw magic. I'm going to need details.
I can say no more on the matter. Not now, anyway. Just trust me when I say it's all of vital importance. It's been days since I last consumed an artifact, since before we were abducted. It's only a matter of time before my craving returns. That is why I turn to you. I need you to help me find magic items to consume. It is vital. Dare I say it?
Okay.
Critical.
I get it. So you're like a magic item vampire? Devils? Vampires? Shar worshippers? Oh, at least Lae'Zel's straightforward with what she is. would you suggest we find the artifacts you need?
We've already done the finding. In fact, you have one in your possession. You know for yourself how hard-won such an item was, and it will be no easier when even more are required to assuage my hunger. There'll be danger involved, or great cost.
My hammer and my bow are danger, and my chain armor. What do you want? I expected as much, but... well, perhaps we can give you something that's magical. It's not really significant. Don't worry, I'm happy to help.
Splendid. Bit of boldness will serve us well. I'm sure we won't have to look very far to find what I need. Faerun overflows with magic-infused treasure.
That's true.
As do our packs, as a matter of fact. We've such an item already in our possession. Primed for the moment the need arises.
What is it?
I hope I can count on you.
Almost afraid to ask. It seems we have other people in camp to speak to, but we'll get to that soon.
Shining star of my